Mr. Narendra Modi will be leading the 9th International Yoga Day celebrations from the North Lawns of the UN headquarters. Very significant and for perspective on that and on the expectations from Prime Minister's visit to the United States, we have with us Ambassador Meera Shankar. She is former Indian ambassador to the United States. Also, Acharya Pratishtha, who is a yoga guru, is also with us. Such a pleasure to have the two of you here on the screens. We can see now
whether yoga benefits women more than men, for instance. I mean, is that a question that perhaps you can answer?
Wonderful. See, first of all, I would like to say that we are fortunate enough that we have such people in power today who know that we have such tools from our culture, such treasures from our culture, which can be used as tools of soft diplomacy. And not just of soft diplomacy, I personally feel that today when people are scattered, when families are scattered, when countries are scattered, when societies are scattered, we need a science to synthesize. And when we say that United Nations has declared 21st June as International Day of Yoga, it simply means they have given true meaning to their name, which means United Nations, because yoga, the exact word meaning of yoga is to unite. And it is also a matter of immense pleasure for each and every Indian today that for the first time, any Indian PM is going to address the US Congress twice. Though even if we look at it worldwide, very few leaders have done it earlier also worldwide as well. So it is International Day of Yoga, and I feel that yoga is a science that touches all the levels of human life, whether we talk about physical level, mental level, social level, emotional level, psychological level, financial level, and even spiritual level. And what to say of women and men? Each and every individual need to practice yoga, need to adapt yoga, because the simplest definition of yoga is yoga karmasu kaushalam. So I feel if you're sitting here and doing your anchoring perfectly, that is also a yoga. So we need to be a yogi to be a perfectionist in whatever we do in our life.
Is that the reason, Acharya Pratishtha, that yoga is now increasingly popular year after year? Ambassador Shankar was speaking about how when she was posted in the US, there were so many followers. In 2012, I have the figures, there were around 20 million followers in the United States, and that has now gone way up. Around 36 million plus of practitioners of yoga are there in the US. So is that the reason, in fact, that there are so many followers and the following is only increasing by the day, by the month, by the year?
Absolutely, Munmunji. See, if we look at our Shastras, there is a beautiful saying that says, Dukhatreh nivritti swarupananda vaptishcha. That means each and every individual wants to be happy in life. What is the ultimate objective of life? We all want to get rid of our sorrows, whether it is sorrow of body or mind, or our day-to-day life. And yoga is the only solution to all the problems, physical, mental, and as I said, each and every problem of human life. Now, I would add one thing here. As you said, this is the reason that popularity is increasing. Absolutely. Yogis and mystics had been practicing yoga in caves since ages. But now we have such people in power who know that they have such treasures from their culture which can be used not just only as a tool of soft diplomacy, but to remove sorrows of general people. And that is the reason today world has accepted yoga with broader hands, broader heads, and broader hearts. And that is a moment of pride for each and every Indian today.
If we have to, put this into context of the large cities that are growing across the world, and many people want to live in cities, but of course the hustle and bustle of cities is only going to increase. And we are living in tough times, dealing with climate change and other aspects. So in future, do you think that yoga can be much more than just a balancing force within individuals, but also, create this lifestyle for the environment, in a sense, which is required to live in harmony with our surroundings?
Absolutely, Mark Ji. I feel the biggest lesson of yoga was given to the one who was known as the biggest Dhanurdhar, but he couldn't fight at the battlefield. And that was the point when Shri Krishna said, Tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna, stand up and do your duty. So yoga is actually for those people who are living in Vishamtam Parasthiti. If you are living a happy and healthy life, you would take it just like as a 10-minute routine. You can do it every day. But we shall never wait for the right time to come. Rather, we shall adapt yoga and start our yoga practice. And as this year's theme itself is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So yoga teaches us to live in harmony, not only with other people, but with Mother Nature, in harmony with every living being around us. And that is the true meaning of yoga. So if we do not go into the deeper definitions of yoga, we just look at two mark sheets. One is a Hindi mark sheet, one is an English mark sheet. So at the end of Hindi mark sheet, it is written yoga. And at the end of English mark sheet, it's written total. So yoga means to live in totality. Yoga means to unite. Yoga means to live your life perfectly and with perfect harmony with each and everything around you. So I think solution to every problem, whether it is related to our environment, whether it is related to our day-to-day life, whether we talk about physical problems, mental problems, and even spiritual elevation, that can happen only and only through yoga. Yoga is the solution to each and every problem of human life.
Acharya Pratishtha, so how would you deal with an issue like this when, somebody from a different culture would feel that, this is a cultural imposition in a sense. You're trying to target their culture. You're trying to make them feel that they are probably, need to start looking at India as if they are the source of everything and things like that. There is a bit of a mindset change that would have to be, brought about. And probably that's what diplomats would also need to do. But, as a yoga guru yourself, how would you go about doing it?
Mark Ji, I think very first thing is nobody has ever imposed anything on anyone. So I have also served as a diplomat because I had handled world's largest culture center as the director. And I have seen how open people are towards yoga. And what to say of yoga only, I was also member of the committee that formed this common yoga protocol, and even during that time it was taken utmost care that we should not, because yoga is not just a mere set of physical exercises, it is a complete lifestyle, but still we have taken very few things so that to make a common yoga protocol so that everybody can accept it and everybody can adapt it. And out of our, we are very happy to see that today whole world has accepted it. And even in the common yoga protocol, there is nothing. Ambassador has said such beautiful things that we have accepted so many things from so many cultures. And change is the human nature. If you look at the traditional yoga, even today there are so many amendments that have been made, looking at it in a global perspective. So change is the ultimate human nature. Our body science says that our body is changing every second. Our mind is changing every second. So we have to change with time. And today when we have a science that can help the entire world to live in harmony, to attain health. As I said, what is the objective of human life? Dukkhatraya nivritti swarupananda vaptishcha. We all want to be happy. There is no one in this world who would say, I want to have a sorrowful life. I want to have diseases. I want to be unhappy. No, everybody wants to be happy. And yoga is a science that leads us not only towards happiness or health, but towards a state of bliss. And especially today, when in the last 3 years we have seen the importance of yoga even more during this crucial time of pandemic. So Mokshaitan Yoga Sansthan came out as the first organization to give the COVID management and prevention protocol. And we have healed millions of people worldwide through yogic practices, how you can enhance your lung capacity, how you can breathe in more oxygen. These are some very simple things which can become a day-to-day part of your life, and but we just need to be open towards yoga, and that is going to give solution to all of our human problems.
Acharya ji, is there any parallel that you can think of or of adoption of any country's culture, the heritage that it's proud of at such a scale in other parts of the world? I mean, is there any parallel to the kind of popularity that yoga has today, which has really popularized and made the Indian way of life a household thing?
See, I think I would not say anything parallel to you, but I can tell you so many things. Like, you just take the example of samosa. Very few Indians know that samosa is not an Indian dish, but we have adapted it as an Indian dish, and today worldwide people are eating samosa thinking that it is an Indian dish. So many words are there which are not traditionally and culturally ours, but we have adapted it. So this way, I think cultural exchange is the only way to build up a better world. And our government is doing that with so much of enthusiasm. Cultural exchange is the most important thing right now to have more happiness and harmony in the world, and all countries should come together and be a part of this cultural exchange. That is the only way we all can actually live a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and do something better for the world, for environment, for everything around us.
Right, so we'll thank you, Acharya Pratishtha. We're being told that you need to leave now. Thank you so much for your comprehensive analysis, for your sharing your thoughts on the International Day of Yoga. Ambassador Meera Shankar continues to be with us.